The practice that I'd like to move us towards now is the practice of acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is one of the most critical pieces in all heart-centered communication. And acknowledgement basically means agree with all those that oppose you. Agree with all those that oppose you. Agree with all those that oppose you, and then show them another way. And then show them another way. When resolving conflict, when creating connection, when creating harmony, the quickest way to build connection with another, ironically, is not about putting your best foot forward, as most people do. When you want to make a good impression, what do you want to do? Show them your best. But in fact, one of the best ways to actually build intimacy is not to be your worst. It's not about being your worst. It's in fact owning all that you carry that is real for you that may not work in that particular relationship. To own what doesn't work. To own the fact that you do bring certain things to the space that does not contribute to intimacy, and we all do. Because if I am going to proclaim perfection and say, oh no, it's all you, then of course that's not going to create intimacy. So if we both share what we do right, it's not actually going to create that much juice in our connection. So I'd like to demo what it feels like to be in the space of ownership. Sound good? And the principle is simply this. I'd like to express to you what I do in my relationships that doesn't work. But I'd like to share it with a specific person. And I'm wondering if somebody would like to play with me, knowing that if you raise your hand, I'm going to invite you to do the exact same thing right back at me. So thank you for being willing to expose all the things that don't work about your relationship. So, are you in a relationship?
Yes.
Great. Is your partner happen to be here?
Sort of.
You mean he is actually here, or he's not here?
He's here, but not in this room.
Oh, okay. So he decided to participate, but then checked out for a bit.
He was here the first day and then
decided that was not for him. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oh, what a perfect candidate you are. You could scarcely be better. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. So we're going to play a bit of ping pong. And I'm going to share one thing that I bring to my relationships. I say relationships because I'm not actually in a relationship right now, so I can't be specific to a current present one. But I can definitely draw on what I do bring and what I've noticed I've brought, okay? So I'm going to share one, and then I'd like you to just feed back to me immediately yours, and we'll just back and forth. And I'd like all of you to notice how it feels to be in the presence of ownership. So far, so good? Cool. You said Sarah, right?
Yeah, so I'm just putting my glasses on so I can see you.
Oh, dazzling, isn't it? All right. So Sarah, one thing that I bring to my relationships that doesn't work is an overly critical mind. I tend to see what's wrong.
One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is I try and fix my partner.
I feel that. Thank you. Yeah, one thing that I bring to my relationships that doesn't work is that I'm overly focused on their physical appearance.
I get that.
Thank you for receiving me so well.
One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is I don't look after myself.
Yeah, that reminds me, one thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is my busyness and my doingness to the point where I don't feel I have a balance between my work and my relationship?
One thing I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is I withhold the truth, my truth.
Yeah, thank you. I feel the same way. One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is that I don't speak my full truth.
One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is hiding. So creates I have a lack of intimacy.
Yeah. One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is using my role and business as an excuse not to be intimate.
Yeah, I think I probably do that.
Isn't it interesting? Great, so let's just pause for a moment. How does it feel to be in the space of this real communication? Is it nice? Are you getting heavy? No. It's weird, isn't it? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel more connected because we're having this conversation?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
for
yeah,
example,
yes.
compared to if I said, one thing that I bring to my relationship that really works is I'm really amazing.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Exactly, exactly so. Because nobody wants to really hear that because we want the realness. And notice the way we're structuring the language is that there's nothing added. I'm not saying one thing I bring to my relationship is that I am not fully present because, and then I tell a story about why I'm not present. So there's no extra fluff around the not being present. There's just owning it and letting the ownership be. Now we're going to continue to do that, and you can repeat some of the ones you've already used, but this time I'd like you to add the following to it. That is, when you share what you bring to the relationship that doesn't work, also include what it is that you would like to bring yourself into a better place in your relationship. I'll go first. We'll ping pong again. You're doing great. One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is a feeling of stress and tension when things are overwhelming, and I project that onto my partner. And what I want is to really contain that better and be in my heart more.
One thing that I bring to the relationship that doesn't work is not speaking my truth. And what I want is to be able to tell my partner what I need.
Thank you. Me too. One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is I don't directly communicate always what it is that I need. And I really want to do that. I want to express my needs clearly and directly without code.
One thing that I bring to the relationship that doesn't work is I have a lot of blind spots. Oh, maybe that's it. I have a lot of blind spots about what doesn't work.
Yeah. And what you want?
And I want to be able to see them.
Great. Remove the to be able now.
Oh.
Just say, I want to see them.
And I want to see them.
Yeah, that feels more strong, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
we all have the ability. Great. One thing that I bring to my relationship that doesn't work is absolutely no balance between what I do in the world and having time for me and my partner. And what I want is to create space.
Yeah, I feel that.
Thank you. I feel received. Yeah, okay, let's just pause there. It's a good time. Can you notice now we're bringing in that second question? It adds now a clarification of how do we want to be. We're owning where we are, and then we're expressing what we want to bring. Now again, if your partner isn't here, take this home to your relationship. It will change the way you live. Now, I must admit, it is easier to do this with a quote-unquote stranger than it is to do it with your intimate beloved. And the reason why, of course, is because there's such entrained forces and relationship dynamics that are part of your coupleness that will always interfere. In other words, have you noticed sometimes you can cry in front of a movie, but you can't cry in front of your own partner? That is, sometimes there's more emotional availability to things that are distant than they are when they're close. And it's exactly the same with something like this. Sometimes it's more difficult to say sorry to the ones we really love and care about than to say sorry to a random stranger we happen to bump into in the street.